Sup, pal? Difficult clients getting you down?
No, buddy. It's Stampede.
Well, yeehaw!
It's Yahoo, Greg. What the are you wearing?
Think I should change?
Never change, bud. Never change. June real estate stuff.
June real estate stuff.
Calgary had 2,197 sales in June, which was up from May, but still about 4% lower than last June. Market has definitely picked up a bit from earlier in the year, so you could say it's moving, but it's not exactly Andy's mom packing up the house and triggering a full emotional crisis.
Who's Andy? Like a client? Anyway, the point. Market's not dead, just fairly normal. Like May, buyers still have a bit more room to think, and sellers are getting activity in the right places.
The headlines can be misleading. They're a real snake in the boot.
It's not as good as it once was, but with the right strategy, you could say it's as good once as it ever was.
The supply side is probably the bigger story. We had 3,899 new homes in June listed, which was down about 8% year over year, but inventory still finished the month at 6,799 homes. So even fewer new listings came on compared with last June. Choice is up compared to those conditions. Not to infinity and beyond, but enough that buyers can actually look around.
What are you doing?
That's the point, partner.
Managing partner.
More inventory doesn't mean buyers can do whatever they want, but it does mean they can compare options properly. When you combine that with 3.09 months of supply, the overall market is sitting in more balanced territory.
Just over 3 months of supply means we're not in the Wild West market anymore. Buyers have more choice, but sellers still have demand if home is priced good. Total residential benchmark price was $572,500 in June. That was up from May, but still about 2% lower than last June. So if Stinky Pete down the road is telling you that you're sitting on fool's gold, tell him to crawl back in his box.
Wait, what?
Because you see, Tom, the headlines can be a bit misleading. If some stuff says prices are up, they're probably talking month over month. Other stuff saying prices are down, they're talking year over year. Both can be right, yo.
Did you just...
I digress. Pricing is more sensitive now. If you're selling, you need to be more accurate. If you're buying, you need to understand which segment you're in, because the numbers change quite a bit depending on property type.
Detached homes are still one of the steadier parts of the market. There were 1,202 detached sales in June, which was actually slightly higher than last June. The detached benchmark price was $750,500, about 1% lower year over year, but up from May. Good detached homes, especially in strong locations, and priced properly, are still getting attention. It's not the market we had before, but detached still has a friend in the market. If sellers are in the detached segment, they may still be in a stronger position than other parts of the market, but only if the price and presentation line up with what buyers are seeing elsewhere.
I mean, it's a big shift from the good old days. You can't just list on a Friday, drum up a bidding war, and sell firm by Monday above ask. Buyers have choice now, and they're starting to learn when to hold. They know when to fold. They know when to walk away. And even if it's priced really badly, they know when to run.
You can't just pull the string and expect the same line to work every time. You can't just reach for the sky.
What was that, Tom?
I was just agreeing with what you were saying.
Apartments are where buyers probably have the most room to move right now. The apartment benchmark price was $299K in June, which is almost 9% lower than June of last year. Months of supply was 4.9.
There might be poison in the water hole.
Stop. Apartments are the clearest example of supply affecting price. If you're a buyer looking at condos, there are opportunities right now everywhere. You could potentially buy a downtown condo with enough cash left over to buy a boat and probably a truck to pull it.
And a Yeti 110 iced down with some silver bullets.
I don't even know what that means. Point is, condo buyers likely have more negotiating power than they've had in a while, but the condo sellers, it means pricing and presentation matters. Being second option might result in a stale listing. Like, so what? You have a carport. That doesn't impress me much.
You, dude. Townhomes were softer. The benchmark price was $424,100, down about 5.5% year over year. Months of supply was 3.41, so still more balanced in apartments, but not as tight as detached or semi-detached.
So you could say the townies are kind of stuck in the middle.
Yes, partner.
Managing partner.
Semi-detached was steadier. The benchmark price was 694,600, basically flat compared with last year, and the sales to new listing ratio was around 64%, which is stronger than the total market.
Okay, well, that was fun. Want to go hit the Stampede grounds and get white girl wasted?
With you dressed like that, you know what? I just remembered I have an AA meeting to go
You
to.
don't go to AA.
I'm willing to start. You know how earlier I said never to change?